What I'm going to do with this now is we're going to say view layout, standard 3 view, and then green tick, and it will plant those onto our drawing sheet. If I click on the bottom left view here, you'll see some cubes. If I choose the second one in from the left, we can enable hidden detail. If we go into annotations, we can do center lines. All I'm doing is just clicking on two opposing sides and edges here. Okay, green tick, we're finished with that. Center marking for the pole. Okay, we're all done with that. Okay, so there's our basic shape. You can automatically dimension things with Solidworks, but it can get rather messy if you haven't quite dimensioned it right. By that I mean if you haven't used relations and you're repeating dimensions over and over again and you haven't switched them off, chances are you're going to end up with it totally crapped all over your drawing. So what we're going to do here is I'll just show you what we can get. So we're going to model items here. So I want all the dimensions that are marked for the drawing, instances and counts, whole wizard profiles, whole wizard locations, whole callouts. Where it says use dimension placement in the sketch, untick that. You can also choose what layer you put it in as well. I've only got 2 on this template, unfortunately. Okay. Once we've done that, green tick, yes, and it throws the dimensions in like that. Okay. This isn't my favourite template, so it hasn't gone particularly neat. First thing you'll see is we've got a lot of bunching going on the top left hand view there. So we've got 1.5, we've got some whole callouts here that are probably not in the best ideal location. Got some whole callouts there as well. So what we can do with this, or what I'd recommend you do, is because we've got lots of hidden detail here, it's classed as undesirable and not strictly to standard if you dimension hidden detail, because technically you shouldn't be able to see it. The little trick with that is to do what they call a section view, and what this does is it puts the part through the bandsaw through a given point. So I'm going to run mine through here, and it shows you what you'd be left with, and it gives you one of these. So if I put that through the bandsaw and chop that away, if I was looking at it from the right hand side, this is what you'd see. And what this enables us to do is, if I go into annotations and smart dimension, yeah, it's getting really tight on this template. Let's drop that annotation down a minute there. Let's pull a 10 over. Okay. So if I said that 10, we can. There should be a layer question here somewhere. There we go. Format. Okay, so those pillars are 10mm from the floor of that casting, moulding, casing. Okay, what can we move then? So we've got that. The other view that might be of use is, can we see we've got a lot of bunching going on over here in this top corner? We can use a detail view for that, which is basically like putting a spotlight and a magnifying glass on a point of detail that's very busy. So I'm going to click on detailed view here, and what you can do is, if I draw a circle over this one, that is going to be detail B. I'm going to pop that over here. Let's have a look at what we can move. Right, that whole call out, I'm just going to park over here a minute. I've got a whole call out over here which is for the lid. I'm just going to delete that a minute. Annotations, whole call out. Let's pluck that one there. There we go. We got the radius there. That could be moved. Let's take that out. Smart dimension. Let's put that onto there. Like so. So the 2's gone. Got 50mm dimension there. I think if I took that out, that 50mm would be better served over here. And as you can see, it's starting to tidy up now. If I pull that down like that, it might be that we move things around, so I might move that over onto that hole. So that's all of that there. We've got a 1.5 wall thickness. I'll pop that there, that looks a bit better. 25mm high, radius of 1, 6, 6, 25. Brilliant. Okay, so things starting to look about right now. It might be, you might think it looks a bit better with that down here. It's entirely up to you. Okay, I'm going to leave mine up there. If you want to do a 3D shaded sketch, what they call an ISO, view layout, projected view, choose the one that you want to 3D, so bottom left typically, and if you just swing the mouse up to the 2 o'clock position and then just click to place it, you can then manipulate that into position and then colour it in. I don't think we're going to have space for that on here unfortunately, but if you need to change the scales, what you can also do is click on the view in question. You can use a custom scale, you can drop that down to 1:2 and then shade it in, and it more or less gives the customer an idea of what this thing should look like when it's complete. So that's it, fully dimensioned. That's your drawing done. We've got some greys and blacks here, so the black dimensions are in a different layer to the ones that I've just added. So what we can do with that is, if I said, just highlight all the dimensions in question. If I go to other and just change that to be in the format layer. Usually there'd be a dim layer and it'd be blue, but that's not in this template. All the dimensions are now black and the same color. Your user data from the model should now appear in here. So as you can see, we have got who it's drawn by. I didn't put the student ID in. I said I'd missed that off, and sure enough, that's where it would be. Date it was created, the material. We've also got the mass or the weight of it, the file name, and the group, and so on. Okay. File, save, and then you can print it off. And that, gentlemen, is sketches to models to drawings.